into the girth of poop. And Dice God, let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and see if that was an actual hit. Because while you're trying to convince them to stay and fight a Dawn or some shit, he's already midair about to swing at you. All right, so that is a hit. His club actually makes contact right there in your gut, which just so happens to be protruding in a way that he's perfectly able to just smash against it. And I'm going to roll for damage real quick, so just give me a second.
Whew. That nigga said.
So you've been giving us shit rolls, but when we got to get hurt, you just high numbers today, Khadeem. All right.
All right, and so it looks like he hit you pretty hard, but you know what? You've got a lot of, how can I say, extra mass that kind of protects your inside organs. So it's more so just kind of like, you get like a little bruise there, maybe a little temporary bump, but it's nothing fatal. Nonetheless, you get 2 minus your AC, so don't worry, I am.
So it went shit. So what I just proved too by being patient is that they ain't that strong. Meaning we got
what you proved. You said until let's fight at dawn, and that nigga took off on you. That's what.
Hey, but look, what did I just? Hey, was that not enough to spark him to get pissed off and hit me? And now y'all feel a lot more confident, don't y'all? That y'all can fight.
It's war. They hit the king. They hit you. Let's go to war.
But I'm not hurt though, right? So think about it. You were scared at first. Now look,
all she
we
said
can
was
take
it wasn't fatal. She just said it wasn't fatal.
I ain't hurt though. I'm fat. I ain't hurt. It just, I'm a little dented right here. I took a full shot from an ogre. Come on, I gotta get some respect for that. I'm 2 feet tall. I took a club from an ogre.
You're now bragging about getting hit.
What color?
You brag about bouncing after getting hit by bombs. I can't brag about getting hit by a club from a full ogre.
I say we fight.
We're still fighting anyway.
We're past talking. They're already in our village, bro. They didn't smack you. They didn't disrespected the king. It's time we go to war.
All right, so Chuffy, what's
use that energy on them? Niggas fighting the goblins.
I know. Stop fighting
us. Are they in the city yet?
Yes.
Oh shit! No, I'm asking the dungeon master, not you. We were in negotiations first. How he get mad and then they hear that? They ain't there yet. You jumping to conclusions. Are they in the city yet? Is it just 5 of them or is the whole army in?
Well, right now it's just the group. But as soon as they start to hear commotion, that may change things. So
you can set up to go to war. Jeez.
Chuffy, what's your move, Chuffy?
Chuffy is so happy to finally hear the king say it's time to go to war. After trying to be the most nicest individual in this situation, inviting them in, offering them food, and then to get hit with a long, hard, rigid, what color description did you use, Jade?
Brown.
Dark brown.
Dark brown.
Club.
That's where you going with this?
He chose to still want to, that's okay. It's fine. We'll just deal with this tomorrow. No, we do deal with it now. Let's go to war, baby. Let's get it cracking.
Sleep over. Right. Set up camp. We got bathrooms. We got. Oh shit.
It's time to go to war, Jay. Let my man. What's Pat's character's name? I'm sorry, we went blank. Let Mog set the bombs. Let the rest of the army raid from both sides. We're going to funnel them in through the front. That way they can't make it back outside. We're going to keep their king. We're going to hold him hostage. Okay? We're going to hold him hostage. And then we will walk him out to the front and say, hey, if you want your king to survive, we suggest all of you take some steps back. They're going to take their steps back. And then we'll start launching fire arrows and bombs over our gates and kill them all. We killed the king. And then we have another race or something to figure out if there's someone else who should be running this village, because obviously
re-election.
What the hell he's doing.
Re-election.
We need a re-election because he's too goddamn nice.
I demand a recount.
I wanted to own Goblin gangs, but he wants to sit here and be nice to a nigga who just threatened war with him.
Wait.
Hey, you know what? If that's how y'all feel, Chuffy, you are in command. Do you?
Let's go to war.
I'll be in my chamber.
I agree with this decision.
War!
Oh, man.
The bloodthirsty has taken command.
All right, Chuffy. This is glorious. What a beautiful character arc. Okay, so what was your first move? You listed a few things, but what's your first action? What's the first thing you do of that?
Very first thing that we are doing is grabbing their king to hold him hostage. So, knife to his throat, hold him hostage.
So one of you, how are you going to do that? He's about 7 feet tall.
Well, remember, we sent Poog to go talk by himself while Chuffy and I were off setting things up. So we might be in position after he hit Poog, because it would be crazy to leave the king in there alone. So I say that we were in some type of position already. So when that happened, I think we should have some type of strike that's like one for all, because we only got one shot with how big they are.
One shot.
So you're both, let's say, like in the rafters or something, just waiting to jump down?
Yeah, rafters.
Marshall grab him by the legs. He can't move. I'm going to jump right down on his shoulders. There it is. Don't you move, little nigga.
There it is. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and roll for dexterity. And it looks like you do have an acrobatics addition to your modifier, so that could help. Let's
Bad back and all, baby. Still got the dexterity.
Okay.
Wow. All right, actually. So this is what happens. Chuffy, basically, he sees it's his moment to shine. He's this new bloodthirsty leader of the village. He jumps off, and his arms are out, and he's looking like a little green Batman with his little shank. And he almost slips off this ogre's very sweaty back. But at the last minute, he grabs on to those meaty glute muscles, and he holds on for dear life, and he climbs his way back up, and then, bam, puts his dagger right into position against that ogre's throbbing throat.
Boom.
All right. And then, Mongridge, from what I understand, you're going to be jumping down too to do what?
Yes. Well, he already has him in control. I didn't know we were jumping separately. So if he has him in a good, you said he had him in a good position, right?
Well, you'll be jumping at the same time, but I don't know what you're going to be doing.
What do you think?
Grab him by the legs.
Grab him by the leg.
Put a bomb in his mouth.
I'm about to say.
It's always in the mouth.
I'm telling you, honestly, go to Jerkinshaft for this. She has the answer. Go to Jerkinshaft. She has the answer for this.
Did we stall enough time for Jerkinshaft to get back?
Yeah, she's back.
I'm back.
Oh, the greatest warrior in all of the land is back.
Well,
all right, so
while Rito's still in Atlanta doing balloon knots.
Learning so much from this quest. You have to check back in.
So I say after I jump on him, then that's the perfect time for Jerkinshaft to jump in and also get him.
Okay, so we're gonna roll once for both of you, since that's kind of also like a conjoined movement. So let's go ahead and see. We're rolling to see if Mongridge actually grabs the legs.
Woo! Let's go.
Jerkinshaft. Now, what was Jerkinshaft's move? She's gonna.
I don't know. What is it?
Just appear. That's actually okay. Okay, cool. So it looks like you're successful. Mongridge jumps down and he takes his tiny little arms, and wraps them around the ankles of the leader, and thus the leader is now rendered immobile. Jerkinshaft has made her glorious return with her cock sword in hand and her cock ring in her belt. She's ready to go. She's fired up. However, you do have 5 other very angry ogres who are also there. So what's going to happen now is the 2 of them closest to the leader are going to notice all of this commotion. And the first thing they're going to do is they're actually going to aim for Jerkinshaft first, because she's the one that's the furthest away. So Jerkinshaft. This is what happens. Basically, you have these 2 giant ogres. They're coming towards you. They're angry. They're in bustiers. They're in some really sexy garter belts. They've got shimmer. They've got highlight. They've got contour. They're ready to go. And they're coming at you. And they're like, and they have these handcuffs, these fuzzy handcuffs.
But not the bayangs.
What?
Not the bayangs. Not the bang. Not the bang.
Not the bang.
And so
Gotta see.
what they're going to do is they're going to take some fuzzy handcuffs and attempt to choke you. So SquADD, let's go ahead and see if they're able to wrap them around her little goblin throat.
Woo! Get out of here.
So the two goblins, they have one end and the other, and they go, "Rah!" But one thing is ogres are very slow and you're very fast. So you are able to dodge the furry handcuffs that could have choked you pretty well. And what's going to be your counterattack?
I'm going to take my dick sword. Yes. And this is when I go stupid.
Go,
you know
go.
What I mean?
Go stupid.
You know what I mean? I do the swift jerk, and you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden...
Which is the name of the move after you.
Exactly. All of a sudden, I'm slicing and I'm dicing. I'm taking the contour off. I'm taking their bustiers apart. They're getting mad. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter now, you know? So they're just like, they're angry, and guess what? They're just furious, and I start stabbing them in the eye.
Go dumb on the dick. Go dumb on the dick. I get it.
So this is her ultimate berserk move, basically.
Right now.
Yeah, like level 10, I have all my health. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going stupid. Oh. And
special move.
Huh?
Special move, basically.
Special move. Exactly. These are my special fatality moves, okay? And then like I start stabbing them in the eyes, you know, like I'm taking everything, I'm going crazy, and they don't know what's happening. They just don't know what's happening.
Yes.
That's all shot time. Like I said, she's going dumb on the dick. She is going dumb.
I'm going dumb. I'm going dumb with the dick, okay?
Oh.
Dumb to dick.
I think we've all done that before.
I need a cigarette after that description. Say that much right now.
Can we take a shot to that?
Guys, let's see if that was a hit.
That nigga don't even smoke.
Wait, where's Pooh? Pooh got to come out of the chambers for the shot.
He's not coming out of the chamber. He mad because we sent his ass in there. Now he's not gonna come and fight with his own people. We should have known.
Pooh got to at least take a shot in his chamber.
All right, so it looks like that was a hit. It looks like you were able to get both of them in the eyes. Weirdly enough, it was a super stealthy, very accurate attack to their makeup's all messed up, their weaves have been torn off, their hoop earrings are just flying, and it's a mess. It looks like a strip club.
She told him to sweat it out. That's what happened. She told him to sweat it out, so that's what happens.
They didn't die?
Got slaughtered in that room, didn't
they? Didn't die?
No, they're hurt. They're definitely injured, and now their vision is impaired. But
they're not walking straight for the next 2 days. We got it.
Blind and just blindly swinging at this point. All right, so is Rito? What's going on? Let's check in with Rito. Is Rito still in Atlanta doing God knows what?
Man, Rito's eyes have been open from being in Atlanta. So, as you know, Rito's went on Atlanta to find traps. He was trying to find traps. He heard that's where you go. And upon finding these traps, he found out that traps mean a different thing in Atlanta. But within these traps, these drug houses and hoe lounges, he learned a lot. And he found out that ogres are they're actually the indigenous people of Atlanta. And he learned so much from these ogres. First of all, they don't like when you say the ER in ogre. They prefer to be called ogres. All right. So we've been doing it all wrong initially. And that's what they've hated so much. Now, he saw an image. That image that he drew and he saw for you, that was actually a tattoo that he saw on a dancing ogre. And that tat said, it's ogre, not ogres. So, like he said, remember that image. If you're ever in danger, that image might be the only thing. And one of you guys has to draw it in order to save everyone.
No, that's not how we're going to do this. You have the worst character arc. I just want to crown you with that right now. The worst character arc in the Goblin gang.
Still in Atlanta.
This is ridiculous. You goddamn ridiculous. Balloon knots, traps.
Again, if you draw.
Show it.
Let's get it. This is the image that somebody from the team has to draw and show their ogre king, and he'll call off the war because he'll understand. Everyone knows this beloved ogre stripper. Again, you're fighting ogre strippers. This is the ogre stripper. They know her, and she has a tat that says it's ogres over ogres.
That is not the turn that this beautiful story is going to take. You made your little Atlanta joke. Now stay over there. Stay over there in Atlanta. We're not going to Atlanta. We're not going to the Atlanta folklore. We're not doing the tattoo folklore. we're doing this stuff. But you can come back from Atlanta.
Hey, you gotta roll to see if you do it or not.
Well, what we can roll for is how accurate that whole story actually is.
Nice.
So
low.
we're gonna do a wisdom check. So let's just go ahead and see where that takes us.
Khadeem, please be low enough.
All right. So it turns out that whilst Rito was in Atlanta, there was some truth to his story, but a lot of it he was actually just straight up tripping balls on. So it looks like he actually did a different type of journey, and he ended up taking a large amount of mushrooms the first few nights in Atlanta. So while that image is definitely of a well-known stripper in Atlanta to the ogres, having that stripper be drawn and presented to the leader is only going to make him confused and kind of amused that you drew her out. But nonetheless, nice try. And yeah, that's where that goes. Okay, now that Rito's turns up, we now return back to Chuffy. Chuffy. We've had that interlude. So now we find you at the throat of the leader. Now, what's your next move? What are your words?
The next move. We got to take out everyone who he came with. Let's take out those immediate 5. The ones that he trusted with his life to protect them obviously failed at their goddamn job because we have the knife to his neck. We have him locked up. The most fiercest warrior has made her return. Jerk and Shaft is back. All is going to be well because we have her on our side at least. We're going to be okay. Now, we got to deal with the 5 that came with them and the impending doom that's outside.
Yep.
Okay? I think our safest bet is to play this the long ball game, okay? We need arrows, we need fire, we need gasoline, we need, what else could we get? Claymores, maybe.
Love it. What are we looking at?
What are we looking at here?
Khadeem is full-blown drunk.
Mushroom ladies? If you're showing us mushroom ladies, our best bet is to have Jerk and Shaft alone take out the 5, and then we're gonna walk their king out to the front of our castle. Knife still to throat. Tell them to back on up and allow everyone then, the rest of the army, to then shoot arrows over the front gate to take them out. That's my plan.
Got it. Okay. So your first move or your first recommendation is to leave Jerk and Shaft alone with these 5 angry ogres?
Oh, absolutely. She's the it man of our community. She's whooping.
They're hurt, right?
They're
hurt though, right?
2 of them are hurt.
No, most of them are hurt.
You still have
most of them are hurt because you guys messed them up. Yeah.
She's got them. She's got this hands down.
I thought she beat up all 5.
She had 2 of them.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's still 3 more. So that's
coming out injured. She will come back injured out of this, but we will make sure she's healed and given her proper duty, and she will be honored. And we will get her a brand new golden dick shaft.
What if we just slit the commander's throat right now?
And just what? Take his head out there?
They don't got no. They got no. We could use the rest of the 4 as army chips or bargaining chips. What do you want to do with the? Oh, you want to? That's how you get them to back up, right?
Bingo.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what I want to do.
Thanks for educating the child. That was very nice. Okay, so. This is what happens. So, Chuffy.
No, the golden shaft. I'm weak.
So you're on the leader's back. You've got that knife up against his throat, and you're like, "Walk!" And you use worse words than that I won't say out loud. But you tell him, and he starts to march out. And then you quickly you shut the door behind you, and you leave Jerk and Shaft to her own devices against these 5 angry, scantily clad, slutty ogres.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna have a good old time with them.
But in the meantime, the goblins in the village, they part and they allow you to walk through. Mogmerch is running along right behind you like a chipper little kid, kind of like that feeling you get when your dad comes to talk to the bully on the playground. And the gate opens, and you have these angry ogres, and they're just huffing and puffing, and they are ready to attack. And what are your words? What are your words, Chuffy?
You see what we did to your king? Huh? You ogres came here prepared for war, and what happened? You let your king come into our village. Did you think you were just gonna easily run over us? Did you think our king would back down?
He did.
He did, but that's obviously a whole story that you guys don't need to know at the moment. You want your king back? You want to make sure that the person you love so dearly makes it out of here alive? You all take 6 feet back, or the kid gets his head cut off right now. Back up. I said back up!
Be ready with them arrows.
British accent.
That's not our king.
It's hilarious that you said 6 feet, not like
We're short.
not like 100 or like
No, no, no.
500. This nigga
They're
said
short. Listen, we're short. Our arms aren't bit long enough to really be launching arrows like that. 6 feet is all they got. I know that.
You're like, oh, that's pretty
they're
reasonable.
8 feet tall, but I feel you.
Good point.
We are gonna roll an
They just
intimidation.
back up to the door.
We're gonna see if little Chuffy was intimidating enough to, go ahead and convince all of these ogres to back up.
Ooh.
Okay,
They running with their little pantaloons.
at first, yes. At first, the ogres are like, oh my gosh, he has our leader in his little green hands. Whatever do we do? But then it looks like the leader was, you know what? This leader has a name. I don't know why I keep calling him leader. His name was like Sassy Ass. I don't remember. Anyway, so the leader is like,
Yes.
Sassy
like
ass.
that, yeah.
Sassy ass.
Leader Sassy Ass.
You want your sassy ass back? You guys all back up. I'll send sassy ass right through the gates once we're done with him.
So what Sassy Ass does is while you were talking, he's actually been plotting, and he's like, okay, I know there's a way I can get this little green asshole off of my back. He's like 2 feet tall. His knife isn't even that big. It's pretty sharp, but I think I can do it. So what he's going to attempt to do is he's going to attempt to somersault you off of him, and he's going to attempt to roll you into the horde of the ogres. And so, Dice God, let's go ahead and let's roll to see if that whole thing was successful.
If sassy ass rolls me over my own head and I get launched into the ogres and I gotta get ripped apart by these fucks, we're gonna have a problem.
He rolled. Uh-oh.
All right. This is what happens. He attempts to throw you off his shoulders, and he is actually successful. But again, you're crafty, and you're able to hold back on. You grab on, but now you're on the front side of him, and now you're hugging him like a little kid from the front. However, your knife got thrown off in the distance in the whole debacle, so you're now technically weaponless, and now you're just holding on to your life with your face just squished in his bosom at this point. So let's see, we're gonna have to figure out what's the next line of attack.
Hey, Jade, I rolled high on holding his legs. That doesn't, I didn't do nothing down there.
Well, you let go once you walked him out to the. I mean, you're still there.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, but you didn't stay holding on while he was walking like a little kid, riding his dad's ankle. You got off at some point. That's why I was a little confused why you just grabbed him. Right. But nonetheless. So we have your army leader. He's holding on to the front, just kind of like a helpless child. Mogmerch, do you have any
they're hugging, so I can't use a bomb. Can I bounce off the ground into the air to intercept the knife and throw it back? Because if Khleo catches it, he can, give him a puncture right to the bosom or the heart, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since ad-libbing.
All right, let's do a dexterity check for Mogmerch. Then Dice God, go ahead and roll it briefly.
I'm trying to jet lead this bosom.
All right.
God damn it.
So Mogmerch thinks quick. He rolls up into the rubbery ball we all know him for. He bounces and he reaches for the knife and actually nicks his finger trying to catch it. Doesn't catch it at all. Bam, the knife falls on the floor. But then, out of nowhere, comes the triumphant, and guess who it is? It's none other than Jerkinshaft. And she has in both hands the 2 heads of 2 of the ogres.
Woo!
Actually decapitated, and she's pretty strong because these are heavy ogre heads, and she's just carrying them out there like they're like little Prada bags. Like she's just showing them off.
Show the head, Jerkin. Show them the heads.
Show them the heads. There you go, girl. This is your moment.
You want this to happen to you.
That's the talk that comes with it.
Yeah.
Would you like this to occur to you?
Because you got all of us fucked up.
They definitely heard that.
Shots for decapitation.
Yeah,
Shots for decapitation.
It looks like Poog's still asleep in his quarters. I don't know what happened to him, but okay. So now we have Chuffy. He's on, and he sees Jerkin Shaft come out, and he's all triumphant. So he's all jazzed.
Yes.
And
Jerkin Shaft.
So the leader sees his 2 best buddies' heads bludgeoned, bloody, and just held like cheap knockoff bags in your hands, and something strikes a chord with him, and he's like, "My best friends have been destroyed by goblins. God, how humiliating!" And so for a moment, his guard is actually down because he's mourning the loss of his 2 best buddies. Now, at this point, he actually hasn't ordered his army to do anything yet. So, Chuffy, is there a direction you want to take this? Be careful. There are still like 200 ogres near you or around you. So, what would you like to do next?
Listen, our first attempt at this failed. All right, he wanted to sassy ass did a whole somersault, tried to get me off of him. I'm now head between his bosom. I think the only thing I could do at this moment, I don't have my knife, correct?
That is correct.
But your archers are still in place.
My archers are still in place. I think that it is time for my archers to launch their arrows, but at the same time, I want to bite this guy's nipples off and let him bleed out.
Whoa.
Whoa, how did you know that the main blood supply to an ogre is through its nipples? Wow.
It's through the nipples. They have heavy, set, massive breasts.
I can confirm that from being in Atlanta.
I've always found them attractive.
That's Atlanta.
Waist deep nipple in Atlanta.
That's
exactly. More updates, by the way. Oh god. Oh god.
But not just the nipple. I want to take the areola with it.
Ooh.
Boy.
Ruthless.
I'm
sorry?
I said ruthless.
Ruthless. Because no one takes in consideration how much the areola is important to the nipple. I do. Chuffy knows. Chuffy knows. The nipple, the areola. Very important.
Chuffy should be our leader.
Can't be too okay.
I like that. You see how sharp that nipple is? That's great. That's a trap.
Holy shit.
The nipple, you gotta go for the areola. Take it out. Let them bleed.
Oh boy.
So it'd be something like this. Fire!
We're actually going to roll for strength. We are going to see how strong this little goblin's jaw actually is. So Dice God,
Oh shit.
God, I'm gonna regret this later.
Yeah, this might not be good based on the information I've learned out here in Atlanta.
God damn it, Jade!
Oh boy.
Hold on. All right. You are actually pretty strong. So what happens is you bite the first nipple off and it pops right off, and you've got a mouthful of breast milk, duct bacteria, blood, and nipple and hair, and it's just pouring out. And you go to bite the other one, and it looks like you're too busy gagging on all of the nipple tissues now getting caught up in your throat. So when you try to bite the other one off, you kind of just cough, and you're not successful with the second one. The first one you got, and now he's bleeding out, and he's like, "What have you done to my titty?" And it's just like, blah, blah, blah. And so the other ogres are just kind of standing around in horror. And Rito, did you ever return from Atlanta? Like, what? Update.
I just got back with more information about my trip from Atlanta. And
who cares about your trip to Atlanta?
Oh man,
We're at war.
I know, and that's the scary thing. So it seems as if we've been winning and all that, but you know what? Out in Atlanta, they also get a news network called GNN, and what they have been saying is goblins are hate criming on innocent ogres. So now we look terrible. So I hurried my way back to get back here. And the other thing I learned from being in one of their main strip attractions called Goblin City is that the nipples are in fact the source of their power. If you get those nipples off, those bad boys are down. However, the catch is that their nipples also provide a milk that creates vitality for goblins, and it's called ogre milk. I'm back though.
Hello, Rito.
So can we get like some type of like launched huge sneak attack from Broady from the opposite side of the ogre army that could shave most of them off? Because if he came back with this nipple knowledge, maybe he could have some big surprise attack from behind, hit him from the back, you know what I mean? Go through the army, shaving nipples with one of those potato peelers.
But I gotta get this message to you guys. I'm gonna have to kill some ogres on the way, but this message is important. Not all the ogres need to die, because some of them, we can harvest their ogre milk, and it's for the better good of us. But I gotta get this message to you guys.
You gotta explain that, but okay.
So actually, Rito, as it turns out, wasn't just getting high as a kite and hallucinating his balls off in Atlanta. He actually did acquire some magic along the way. So he actually has his own spell slot, which sounds...
I was at Magic City. Why do you think I was at Magic fucking City to get my magic up?
He was getting his magic...
I was trying to find traps and magic in Atlanta, and I did that.
So,
yes.
You do have nothing about traps this whole time.
And this spell can be, it could be almost anything you want. So keep in mind, you have an army of 200 large, angry, sweaty ogres. And given the knowledge that you have acquired, how do you want to use your one spell? And this one spell has one action. That's
okay.
Yeah.
My spell is a binding spell. And they're bound, but they can't attack, but they can listen. They can only listen to, like, you know, someone that they respect. They don't respect me. You understand? So this message has to be delivered from them, but it's a binding spell. The entire army will be bound. Kanye West bound too, if I may.
Just in case you didn't hear me.
Bound. So who gets to say the spell in a sense to kill these bastards off? We'll save.
I can't kill them. I don't know that much about the spell. I just went to Magic City. I tipped 20 and I got the bound spell, and that's all I know.
So he can constrict the entire army at once.
The entire army will be paralyzed.
And then the archers can have an easy hit, one-shot kill the whole army.
But no, wait. Like I said, that message needs to get to them.
So let's just say you texted it to the group chat, and now they all know.
Well, I mean, if you bound all of them and they couldn't move, and then Chuffy gave the word, they don't need a text message from you that's like, I'm binding them. It'd be like, oh, they're stuck. Boom.
I'm telling you, they serve the power that can keep us alive forever within their nipples. Again, we kill them like Chuck said, they're dead. But Mugmarch, you understand? You can live forever. You can be a kid forever. With a little bit of...
them. Anybody who's left alive that we could patch up, we'll worry about that later. For now, I say we go for the one hit kill. Fuck that milk. I don't want to suck no ogre milk anyway. You trying to suck ogre titty just to, man? I don't want no ogre milk.
They got ogre pumps. They got ogre.
This nigga came back a whole freak.
You can get him at GVS Pharmacy, an ogre pump. It pumps into a glass.
Came back weird.
Look,
and
these aren't the ogres we were seeing from earlier.
That's some serious ogre titty that Khadeem keeps showing, by the way.
It really is.
Over and over.
Show the Magic City, the Goblin City ogres from earlier that used to work there, and they know what's up.
Atlanta changed you, bro. I say kill him.
So you are the leader of this cavalry. So as you heard, the entire army, they're actually frozen. It's like, what was that old social media challenge, or it's like the mannequin challenge? So they're all like frozen, and it's like they're kind of like confused. This spell is only gonna last about 5 minutes though. So what do you want to do with them while they're all kind of there? And
Archer ready!
Arrow assault.
Aim!
Oh no! No! It's not a good idea.
Bro.
Nice guy.
Oh my God.
This is becoming like the Battle of Lord of. Oh fuck.
Hey, what are you talking about? It's this battle.
So,
Like I said, no. Remember, I kept saying no. Don't arch them.
Luckily, I have a follow-up bomb assault that I was planning the whole time.
Thank you.
I was feeling kind of, useless. So ever since I lost that when I jumped up and tried to hit the knife and I fucked up, I set up a little bomb assault. So I got a little follow-up. So can we get a second roll for the bomb attack?
Oh shit! Like I said, watch. It's not gonna. We can't hurt these fools, man.
Bombs can hurt them.
No, we're not supposed to. This is. I'm telling you, we got to get to the king and show him that image.
No one gives a damn about your milk.
Watch. Well, I'm telling you.
Your little milk mission.
You keep trying to kill them. Like I said, follow my milk mission and watch what happens. Follow my milk mission.
What army been doing?
So,
look, our Lord and Savior Goblin is telling us what to do.
Okay.
So
the dice Goblin is telling us what to do.
So Chuffy has that triumphant fire, and unfortunately, what happens is these arrows are a little rusty and they haven't been used in a long time. So as they fire out, they all kind of the fires go out, and then also the arrows themselves are really dull, and also goblins just have really shitty aim, so they all kind of just go in random places. They don't even, it's not even intimidating. Like the arrows don't even stab into the ground when they land. They literally just fall down like flaccid, useless sticks.
Prematurely, we know.
Let me know when I'm up.
Mogmerch is like, no, he refuses to quit, and he takes one bomb, and he's been watching that, the Last Dance on Netflix, and he's all inspired, so he tries to dunk one of his most powerful bombs right there into the arms of inanimate ogres, and god damn it, where are you getting your bombs, man? This is another dud. It literally just kind of falls, and it does hit one on the head, and it's kind of annoying, but it doesn't do literally anything.
You didn't have to say literally. You didn't have to say literally.
Oh well, I did. So, Rito, it looks like
I'm up like we knew it would be. So here's what I do. First, I run up. Y'all see me. Y'all like, where the fuck you been? I'm like, we don't have time for all that, man. We gotta win this war, all right? I grab my boy Mogmerch because he has the bounce game. He knows how to bounce, and he has bombs. I also grab my man Chuffy, and I'm like, Chuffy, man, you nice with the arrows and the knives, all right? We're gonna need you for this. Poog, I'm like, where he's at? Y'all like, I don't know. I even look at motherfucking Jerkinshaft, and I'm like, hey, listen, Jerk, we got off on the wrong foot, but I need your talents here. I heard you know how to fucking draw, all right? So I grab Mogmerch, right? I say, listen, you're gonna give us the bounce, all right? Chuffy, you're gonna give us the arrows to hit the side of the tower, and then once we get inside that tower wall where their king is up there, I'm gonna have Jerkinshaft draw the picture that I had showed you guys. Remember this image, because I don't know how to draw, but Jerkinshaft knows how to draw. So Jerkinshaft draws this image, shows it to the king. The war is called off. That's my move.
All right, so we're gonna do one monster roll for that. So before we do, though, let's all take a nice shot. Because it could be pretty heated. I actually need to go grab mine. I'll be right back.
Cheers to what could be the death of the Goblin Gang after we get to Rito's asshole drawing that Jerkinshaft has to do after beating the hell out of the rest of the ogres.
You gotta draw this, Jerkinshaft.
So let's see. Do we all get saved by a poorly drawn rectum? Let's find out, Dice Scott.
I hope you got pen and paper.
We can't see it.
I know, I'm trying to get it in there.
You have to get it close to your face.
That's what she said. So both of those things.
My God.
I mean, like, not you. Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Yeah, you gotta smell. You gotta smell it. You gotta smell it. You gotta smell it.
Put your nose in it. Put your nose in it. Put your nose in it.
Smell it.
You got an asshole in this.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it.
You gotta want it. You gotta eat the groceries.
All right. Okay. All right. So.
God damn it.
No. So actually, Rito has a pretty impressive modifier when it comes to his wisdom. So I actually used his wisdom modifier. Turns out the crazy guy was right this whole fucking time. And so.
God damn it.
What?
Like in any movie, you know, like in any movie you've ever seen.
The Atlanta tattoo.
Yep, it's the Atlanta tattoo that says ogres, ogres, not ogres. The ER.
So I just got that right now. So Jurgen takes her, uses her amazing Bob Ross painting skills and confusedly paints this giant bent over stripper butthole, and the leader of the ogre army turns around and you just see tears. You just see tears start to gather in his eyes. And he's still bleeding out from his titty, mind you, but he sees it. He immediately understands what it means. His army is slowly coming to be, and they're slowly starting to move around again, and they're all angry and they're like, ah, but then they all see it too. And then everybody has tears in their eyes. And before you know it, this army is whited out, buff, sluttily dressed, ogre break down and start bawling. They are crying. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on, by the way.
He never told us about this either.
Goblins are confused as shit. And they're like, well, at least they're not killing us, right? These ogres, they're crying, they're hugging each other, they're patting each other on the back. And the leader, he sees it. He does one of these things like you do when you're in church. He does one of these things, and then he makes a rectum with his fist, and he kisses it, because I guess it's like buttholes are religion to them. And Chuffy, he takes you, he picks you up like a child, and takes you and puts you back on the ground, no harm done. And he's like, you fought well, Goblin King, or whatever you are. Enough blood has been spilled, enough titty juice has been wasted. I now see that you understand the religion of booty hole, and, well, we can't continue this war knowing that you too are brethren of the order of the rectum. Jesus Christ.
That's a photo. Oh my God.
Oh, I see you have our uniform.
Looks like bacon falling down the dishwasher or the garbage disposal.
Well, you know what? We're not stupid. We know you killed Papa CockRot in cold blood, but hey, you know what? CockRot was kind of a dick. We understand he had a bit of a prejudice against you goblins, and we understand that his beliefs were very outdated and very pre-goblin rights movements of the 1960s. So you know what? We think it can end here. How about I propose a truce, and how about ogre kind and goblin kind, we coexist. No more battles, no more goblin on ogre crimes. How about we end it here and we just go ahead and just call this a day, as he holds his titty full of blood and other things.
And I asked to take a shot to see if it's real. It really brings vitality.
He's like, of course you can. And he takes his other non-bloody titty, he gets down on his knees to your level, and he starts to drape over his bountiful breast into your face.
I say, no, sir, not that way. In a glass, please. In a glass. I don't play those games.
Oh, you meant that kind of shot. I thought you meant a money shot.
That type of shot. I was ready for that.
Oh, shit. Just a chilled shot.
I can do that as well.
We don't judge anybody's kinks around here. We're very sexually acceptable. So if this is what you're into, here you go. Here's my fresh milk. I'm a little stressed out, so it might be a little sour, but here you go.
Like lemonade. Okay. But I feel revitalized. I feel like I'm a young goblin again.
You're glowing.
Whoa, Jesus. Am I? Whoa.
Are you pregnant?
I feel amazing. I've never felt this way. Is this what Impossible Burgers taste like? It's like unbelievable. This is life. Whoa.
Good. I'm good. I'm good on the burger milk.
You guys gotta try it. Look what it does to your face. It's like it's revitalizing. It makes you glow.
I'm straight.
Little did you know that ogre tit milk is actually very high in LSD and psilocybin, so you're gonna trip balls for the next like 7 years.
7 years?
Man, this milk is really, really, really milky good. Milky real.
All right, well, he came back from Atlanta, hot shit, but it sucks that Brody's asshole saved us all. After all that, Brody's asshole saved us all.
Please stop saying it.
I'm glad.
Chuffy. All right, so basically, what would you like your words to say? What would you like to say to this half-titted ogre who's now humbly at your
Look, King, man to man, it's war. This is what we do. We destroy. I bit your titty off. You attempted to massacre my entire village. We can call this even right here. Yes, the asshole is what brings us together. Why? Because we all have one. We all have one. You guys go your way, we'll go ours. End of story. We got some shit to deal with our king. We'll take care of it from there. If you guys ever need anything, come holler at us. But you're not getting the heads that Jerkin Shaft took off. We're gonna use those.
I'm gonna need one for like 5 minutes in the bathroom.
Yeah, the kid wants the head, so we're gonna leave it even there.
We're goblins.
Being young, I remember being young and exploring my sexuality. So you go ahead and you take that head, and let's not have them have died in vain. You make good use of those heads.
Yes.
Chuffy, it's been an honor. I will send you photos of the plastic surgery I get to repair my left nipple.
Hey.
But in the meantime, your friend Rito looks like he might need a glass of water.
This nigga tripping.
Has anyone ever heard of the band The Offspring?
Yo, this nigga own one. Oh my God, this is what he's.
Give it to me, baby.
I did the all very well.
That's not the mushroom.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
All
That's
the boogers start to walk away. They're all singing, "You've got a friend in me."
Yeah.
Got a friend in me. Na, 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 na. They're shaking their little ogre asses, drying off their tears. It's been a
Throw
good.
that thing in a circle, King. I see you, my nigga.
Sassy ass, throw that shit.
And thus, the great battle of ogre versus goblin concludes. A centuries-old conflict between goblin and ogre kind has now officially been squashed. The beef has been squashed. And who'd have thunk it would take some highly psychedelic ogre tit milk to bring us all together, and as well as the worship of the booty hole.
No more. You can't eat any more mushrooms. No.
All right. And so actually this brings about a new era of peace for the goblins. And King Poog is asleep in his chamber, still somehow slept through that whole thing. But I mean, you could wake him up and tell him the good news.
He gave the kingdom to Chuffy.
Got it. All right. Well, there he is. There.
Chuffy's first victory. There, Poog emerged, sleepy-eyed, booger-nosed, to world peace.
Fools, you ignorant fools.
How does it feel to wake up to world peace?
Peace you say you've brought home. May I ask you something, Mog Merch? No goblins were slain during this war. How many are in this city? Over 69. Which means you have brought about the plague that I've been trying to prevent this entire time. So, bravo to the Goblin SquADD and dedication to the asshole.
You were in there trying to figure out an angle to ruin all of this.
We
are overdue for a re-election.
Is that Master? Is that not true? Are we over our limit?
Poog's absolutely correct. And first of all, let's all take a shot because that was that was a shot of
iconic.
Let's go ahead and take a shot real quick. But so you're addressing them. Everybody's in shock, like fuck. When you know what, you're absolutely right. We totally forgot about that. Now we're just waiting for vultures to come and bite our dingle dings off. But in the middle of all of the goblins starting to panic and start to like turn on each other, none other than Mama Knobslob. Yes, she's still here. She comes out. She's like, hold on, hold your titties. Wait a minute. She's like, you know what? You goblins. Thank you, Chuffy. You're always there when I need you, are you? All right, goblins. You've worked together. You've squashed beef. I've seen brother turn against brother, and now you're all friends. And she's a little drunk as well. Well, you know what? I've been around long enough. I've seen many things. I've had the fruits of many goblin men, and I think it's time that I say goodnight. I volunteer myself to leave, and I will leave this village at its perfect capacity of 69. So thank you for showing me what it feels like to be a woman. Thank you for making me proud to be a goblin. And thank you for giving me the most illustrious career. And that's the dance that she's doing.
This goblin is fucking it up right now.
Right.
Yeah. And so she's like, all right, well, I now bid you all adieu. And that roaring, there's like a roaring fire in the middle of the village. It's always on fire because goblins love fire. It's just like an ongoing perpetual fireplace. And she like rattles over and she's like about to throw herself in. And then she turns around. She's like, Chuffy. You want to do Mama one last favor to send her off to her eternal journey?
Anything you need, Mama.
Question.
God damn it! Shut up, Pook!
Can I shoot Mama Knobslob on her way out? Point blank in the head. Can we roll for that? How dare you fucking make Mog merch right this whole time? We could have just let him kill her at the beginning if that's the case. If she finna just walk off.
Hey. People grow.
And also, that still don't fix the problem. There's still 2 people left. Because remember, it was full when we got here. You're now.
Wait. What was Jade? What was she about to say?
Yeah, she broke her off, and Chuffy said he would.
She was like, well, she was turning around and like, Chuffy dear. Why don't you do that thing that you do that makes me feel like such a butterfly in my sleeping quarters? You know, that one thing you did that one night? Can you do that for me one last time, son?
I told y'all he smashed her. I told y'all.
Anything you want, Mama.
I told you Chuffy hit that.
Can I get a la-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da from the entire village? On 3.
La-di-da.
You didn't say 3. Are you stupid?
Yeah. I counted to 3. I didn't
count it.
Anything.
Wait, were you gonna count it?
I thought he was.
He said on 3.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Now is it 3 or 3 and go?
God damn it, Boom!
My bad. I got confused. Is it 1, 2, 3 or is it 1, 2, 3 go?
I'm on acid and I know the difference.
On 3.
All right.
Once again, let's send Mama Knobslob off on a high note. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
La-di-da.
La-di-da. La-di-da. La-di-da.
Oh, yes, you know my spots so well, Chuffy.
That felt really good.
Also, I would like to suggest to King Chuffy. I have in my exile I found a very elaborate sewer system. And
I'm so sorry. King Chuffy, you say?
Oh, Poog.
It seemed like you gave your position up.
I gave my position for command of the army for him to direct, not my kingship.
Oh, that's cool. And well, the whole village feels the same way. So after the re-election,
All right.
There is an election though. I'll be sure to rig that.
Can we expand the village into this elaborate sewer system that I found? It's amazing. It got a bidet. It has multiple stories. It goes all the way down. So if we do have a plague problem, we could expand the kingdom and spread everybody out.
Very cool.
This bidet you speak of, I'm very interested in that.
I'm telling you, it'll change your goblin life.
Why y'all keep talking to him like he came?
It's too late.
The village has made its decision.
You do realize I can seize all of you, right? You realize that.
With what?
Is anybody in the village listening to the nigga who left us out here to fight alone?
Hey, all I know is Atlanta they got a seafood restaurant called Papados, and it hits.
What are you talking
Someone sent this acid taking nigga down somewhere.
They got him down.
Jade, how do we end this incredible journey?
You're tripping.
Did I speak out of turn again? Did I speak out of turn?
Fire, and it looks like the act of self-sacrifice. When a goblin self-sacrifices, it unleashes this amazing shield over the village, and this is actually something that's been done for millennia. It's just not done very often because goblins are very self-centered, so this is actually pretty spectacular. She sacrifices herself for you guys, and yes, Poog was absolutely correct. The plague, the genital-eating vultures, and the acid rain would have come and wiped all of you out, but because she self-sacrificed, you now have a mystical shield protecting you from these things. So you can keep all 70 of you guys there. So you go on to live in a relative period of peace. 10 years later, I would like each of you to go ahead and let us know, where did your characters end up? Some years have passed, and perhaps some have gone into retirement. Let's see. Where are you now? Starting with Poop. Yes.
So let's just go ahead and get this out the way. First of all, elections were held. I still won because even though you did great in war, you can't run Poog Town without Poog. And so pretty much I'm just a fire starter. So I lit this huge ass bonfire with a whole bunch of mud. Chuffy wasn't dealing with that, and I won the election. Then I retired and gave it to Chuffy just so he knew you got this position because of me. And so then I went to the swamps, go laid in mud. I think I died twice, but again, just passed out in mud and just rolled back up, and then I was alive. So that's what I did. I retired. I'm in a hut full of mud. Found me a nice one of these ogres, or how you say we supposed to call them? I'm still trying to learn.
Ogres. No ER. Ogres.
It's a complicated household. We got 3 kids. They're Goblins. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 female Goblins, a male Goblin. 2 of them are named Infinity and Infinite, and the other one is named Haberdashery.
Just beautiful names.
Appreciate that. Thank you. They were named after my great aunt Goblin, who accidentally lost her life to a dog tooth. Not the dog. She fell in the dog tooth and didn't make it. But we decided to go ahead and name them after that. So they're doing well. They're now at Hovland School of Goblin and Wizardry. Just doing well, man. I'm retired, just chilling. I lost a little weight, gained it back. I tried, but I'm cool with where I'm at.
In reality, after the re-election, he fell into heroin, and he just dreamed all that up. He was like, I'm Poog of Poog Town, and they're like, yeah, whatever, drunkie. And they're like, I'm Poog. I was Poog at one point. I had it all.
A vivid imagination of a 10-year-old who's now 20. You're 20 now, Mom.
Yeah,
Mogmerch. Actually, all right, what'd you say?
As Chuffy, I went on to lead the town. We had 2 years of great Chuffy leadership, which didn't last too much longer because I got caught in the Oval Office of my palatial estate, doing what somebody in power would be doing. And my old lady wasn't too happy about that. So I had to then hand reins to who I thought could lead our village to a better and brighter future. And what is better and brighter than the youth? So I handed it off to none other than my man, Mog Merch.
Worst decision made in your presidency.
Hey, we gonna figure it out once he tells us what happened there, Poog.
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, Mog Merch, 10 years old, been through the ringer, saw everything, saw how it was run incorrectly, saw how it was run correctly. So I took my notes. After the change in power, we expanded into the sewers, which I knew. The new leader let me manage the sewer part of everything. So I got my little taste of leadership. I was managing all of the sewers through my teens and everybody who lived there. So then by the time the crown was given to me, I was fully ready leadership wise. I was also very much bomb heavy. So after 5 years of total peace, we got into a little squabble with some neighboring village. And after blowing them up completely, I was taken out of office. I was removed out of office, and I went back into exile where I found myself.
So he was a madman. He turned out to be a madman.
I was crazy this whole time.
Yeah, like I told you he'd be. Gotcha.
Got it.
But great
5 years of peace, though.
Great fashion to go out, though. I'm not gonna be mad. That's a great way to go.
Yep.
And Jerkinshaft, how about you, milady?
Well, after all the excitement, I decided to go to Atlanta to see what all the hype was about. You know what I mean? So I went to Atlanta and I got kind of wrapped up in the wrong crowd, and I ended up in P Valley and Magic City, and I had some fun. So after that, I realized that my art really is my calling. So then I started like an art gallery and all this stuff, and it was super popping. And I just been living off of that, and then a little vigilante here and there because I'm great at what I do. Other than that, I'm living my life.
I got one of her paintings too. It's a Cockenstein. It's hanging up on one of my mud pads. Yeah, gotta support Goblin business.
Yeah, you support Goblin business, exactly. And of course, we're all dying to know what happened to Space Cadet Rito.
Let me tell you first and foremost.
Oh my God!
I mean, when I say that I found myself, I found myself. So I spent a lot more time in Atlanta. And of course, Jerkinshaft visited me. She spent a little time, and I told her to stick on the business track, but she got into the wrong business, got in the wrong side of town, and I'm sure you'll hear her story, someday. But I started out not really knowing my gender in the initial journey, but I found my purpose in this all, and that was to open a place where the sleaziest could come, where you could hear trap music, because I learned about trap, and I realized I'm from the swamp, they're from the trap. I created a new genre called strap music, and in my club I opened where we have Rito's ice cream. I opened up the sleaziest strip club that you can ever be at, and I named it Ace of Diamonds. So I want you guys to be able to come there whenever you can, man. And let me tell you, acid is so real. And I love you. I love you, Muck Merch. I love you, Chuffy. I love you, Poog. I love you, Jerkinshaft. I love you, Moderator God. I don't know if you're really there or not, but I see your die sometimes. I see a number roll. I don't know if you're really there. And of course, Game Master, I always hear you.
I love you, Rito.
One hit. I'm going to take a nap now.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Oh, and on that beautiful, epic, poetic note, we now have come to the official conclusion of the Goblin saga. We all came together. We have experienced our fair share of heartache, of battle, of laughter, and of everything in between. I want to go ahead and congratulate each and every one of you. You've all been amazing goblins. And I hope that although the journey ends here, I hope that you all keep a piece of that goblin inside of you for as long as you shall continue your journeys. I see your face, Chuffy. I meant what I meant. I meant exactly as it sounded. So.
Okay. All right. Careful there, Jade. Careful there.
Do I take
it? At this point. All right. So, Poog, aka Will, why don't you go ahead and let's do one more drink and take us out.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, are we ready?
To the Goblin Gang.
To the Goblin Gang.
To the Goblin.
All right. It seems after much controversy between the Goblin Squad, they have manned together to defeat the ogres. And after 10 years of peace, we have found the goblins living peacefully among their separated paths. Although this is the end of the Goblin Squad tale, we never know what will happen to the goblins. What shall happen to Chuffy, the Blade? What shall happen to Mogmerch, the Bomber? What will happen to Rita, the dick-slinging warrior? And also to Rito, the psychedelic game master, the dice god, and of course, King Poog. We thank all of you at All Def Gaming for checking out Drunkies and Dragons. We have been the Goblin Squad, and this is Goblin SquADD Z.
Yeah.
Hey.